这个晚上，这里呢就有一位 Datin 的病人，5年前当他患上了乳癌时，医生说他只剩下6个月的生命，但是5年已经过去了，今天他依然站在大家的眼前，来与大家分享他的经验。通过爱康的产品，他更帮助了许多患上乳癌的病患者得回健康。
We have heard from Dato on breast cancer and experience with a cancer patient. Tonight, we have one of Dato Dr. Susila cancer patients. 4 years ago, she was diagnosed with cancer. The doctor gave her 6 months to live. But now, 5 years has passed. Today, she will stand in front of us to share with us not only how she fight against this dreadful disease, but she's also able to give advice to many other cancer patients by consuming Ielken's product. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Datin Rosy Tan.
Good morning. Thanks to Dato Dr. Susila. Let's give Dato a Ielken clap. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes. Thank you, Dato, again. Had not been Dato, maybe I've been dead by now. God alone knows. Thanks to Ielken Sendian Berha for bringing up such a wonderful products that kept me alive, I should say. And thanks to my upline, Rosalind, Jeffrey Lee, and the wife Lydia, Fabian, and Pauline. I don't think they are here tonight. So I joined Ielken. It is because the product that I need. 5 years ago, after my operation, the results came after the operation. And when Dato told me it was cancer, after the biopsy, I was like, oh shit, cancer. Dato said, remove the breast. I told Dato, no, don't remove the breast. And she says that, okay, I will remove the lump and the lymph node. But if the cancer has spread, then you have to go for another operation. At that time, when doctor says cancer, I was like, oh shit, cancer. The nurse told me, when Dato say cancer, everybody cry like hell. I see you like nothing. It is because I don't know much about cancer. I don't know the danger of cancer. So, went for the operation. 10 days I was in hospital. That was the time I lose about 10 pounds. It is because of the antibiotic. I was so sick, here tube, there tube, and so on. So, after that, when I went home, forget about everything. I went to work. Dato gave me about, I can't remember, 6 weeks leave. I was so boring, I went to work. When the results came, Dato tell me, I'm sorry to tell you that the cancer has spread on 3rd stage, and this is a very aggressive cancer. And at that time, Dato went to Canada for her breast cancer conference. That was in 1997. So I took my report, I went to Assunta Hospital, and the doctor says, you have to go for another operation. That was the time I became very depressed. Because to go for another operation, it is so painful. Here tube, there tube, and so on. So what choice do I have? My husband says, your life is more important. So I went for that operation. Then finished, fine. Actually, before that operation, I was telling myself, no, I'm not going. At that moment, my girlfriend, some of them are nurses, doctor says, Rosy, we don't want you to die. Please go for another operation. So one morning, I got up. I was so depressed. I tell myself that I was not sick. Because of cancer, it becomes sick. And I tell myself that, you see, the thing is, it's not the cancer that is killing me. It is my mind that is killing me. I can tell you that a lot of people who got cancer, they die not because of cancer. They die is because of their mind, telling that I'm sick, when I'm going to live, and so on. So I asked the doctor, after my second operation, I was referred to the oncologist, and they asked me to do 20 radiation and 6 chemo. And he told me that after your second chemo, you're going to be very sick because your cancer is a dangerous cancer. I'm going to give you a strong chemo. If I give you a light chemo, it doesn't help, no point. After your second chemo, you're going to be very sick. And you're going to be very sick. And he says that you can't work. You must eat a lot and so on and so on. When I got out before I got out, I asked the doctor, okay, if I do chemo and radiation, will I get well or not? Never mind lah. I was telling, if I'm Muslim, pakai tudung, botak pun tak apa. Tapi, alamak, I have to use wig and so on, it's so troublesome. I asked the doctor, if I do, will I get well? He said, nothing is 100%. When I got out, I told the doctor, thank you very much. When I got out, I said, go to hell. I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to die. I love my job. I was very active as a national sales manager. I drive throughout the country, conduct meetings and so on. What I do is to make ladies look beautiful. Men become more ugly, yeah? So I love my job. I refuse to be sick. Then I start reading books. I went to see a herbalist doctor, and my report went to Australia, went to Canada, is because my sisters are there. And they did advise that it's better not to do chemo, but you can go on herbs. So the choice is mine. Then my husband says, you better listen, you better go for all the treatment. I told him that if ever the cancer spread, I'm the one who died. If ever the cancer didn't spread, I got better, I'm the one who's going to live. Let me make my own decision. I can tell you that if you have cancer, nobody can help you. Thanks to doctor that help us to remove that cancer. But the rest, it is up to you. You are the one going to live, or you are the one who choose not to live. Why I say not to live? Because most cancer patients become very depressed. Asyik ingat, alah, cancer lah, sakit. Your husband see also benci, you know. So I tell myself no, and my husband says, forget about cancer, let's go for holiday. So we went to Spain, Portugal. We had nice holiday. When I was in London doing shopping, my girlfriend was there. I said, hey Linda, let's go for shopping. While we were doing shopping, I walked into the pharmacies. When I walked into the pharmacies, I asked the pharmacy what herbs is good for cancer. And that master said, cancer? Who got cancer? And what cancer? So I told him, I got cancer and breast cancer. He says, you don't look like you have cancer. Did you do your chemo radiation? I say, I refuse to think about it. Oh, very good, he says. If you do chemo, your hair going to be drop, you going to be sick, you can't fight your cancer. If you don't do, your cancer will spread, of course, but you can fight your cancer with spirulina. At that time, I don't know what is spirulina. You see? So he showed me in powder form. He says that all my cancer patients take spirulina. Why you have cancer? Because your body is acidic. That is why your cells become cancer. Spirulina is an alkaline food. It has got a lot of nutrients and it will help you. He says that the instruction says that you take 1 level teaspoon. But because of your cancer, you need 3 tablespoons a day. After talking, then he says you take vitamin C, 10,000 milligram. 1 tablet's 1,000. He asked me to take 10. Then he has colostrum in tablets form. He says this is very good for your immune system. Build up your immune system. After that, doctor give you 6 months to live. Who cares about money? Betul tak? You can have house, you can have swimming pool, you can have Mercedes. If you die, somebody will live in your house. You see? So I say, no, I'm not going to die. You see? So I bought a lot. 10 to 12 bottles, 12 bottles of spirulina. Now I got that bottle, half bottle untuk kenang-kenangan. You know what I do with the powder spirulina? I got the little bird, I put in the water, let the bird drink the spirulina. The bulu also beautiful. So when I came back, I bought all that. But before that, he told me, no matter what you take, number 1, he asked me to go on vegetarian, which I have done it. Number 2, he says, whatever you take, water is very important. I said, yes, I take distilled water, I have a distiller. He said, no, Because of your cancer, your cells need a lot of oxygen. Distilled water, most of the oxygen is gone and it's acidic. You need reverse osmosis. I was like, oh. I asked him, what is reverse osmosis? He said reverse osmosis is a purifier that removes everything, but still you have oxygen. So when I came back, I was looking for reverse osmosis, went around looking for it, and I found one. It's a Taiwan brand. So I continued taking all those, what I bought in London. After about a year over, that reverse osmosis spoiled. Then I went to the shop says, oh, itu agent sudah tutup kedai, part sudah tak ada, and so on. I paid about almost 3,000. So I was looking for one. Then somebody here came and says, hey, Ielken has got that. I was so happy. So that's how I joined Ielken. When I was informed that Ielken make a lot of millionaire, it doesn't excite me. It is why? Because that, who cares about money? Important is I need the product for my health, you see. So the time I joined Ielken, I continued taking Ielken spirulina, about 100 tablets a day. But for 2 years, I was on vegetarian. Let me tell you, many people say you look nice, you look good, but they don't know. At night, I sleep, my body aching, like needle poking, and so on. It is because fighting cancer, you see. So for 2 years, I was having a lot of pain. At one time, if you tap my shoulder, it will be very painful. But today, no problem, can exercise also. It is because what I do is, number one, I give myself clean water. Number two, I give myself a lot of nutrient. And Ielken has got the product that is spirulina that contains a lot of nutrient with vitamin C. Number three, I do detoxification. After my treatment, 1 week I was doing detoxification. During that time, no food at all, just juices and vegetables and fruits. That is to cleanse your colon, your liver, and so on. Then, very important is to cleanse the blood. And Rosy is the one that helps to cleanse the blood. And at one time, I was on 30 tablets to fight the ache and pain. At night, when I sleep, I felt very tired. I swallow a lot, I go to bed. Next morning, I feel fresh, I can conduct my meeting and my training again. You see, I pump in a lot. People used to say, you tak takut ke makan banyak? I ask them, apa you takut? Takut mati makan spirulina atau takut mati buat kemo? I ask them. You see, the thing is, when the doctor says, when you do chemo, you'll be very sick. Your hair will drop. You'll be sick. We are not frightened. People are not frightened, right? Because the doctor says so. But here, when I tell them to take 100 spirulina, boleh kah? Ha? Ini untuk cancer kah? Boleh mati kah makan spirulina 100 biji? I'll tell them, you want to hidup? You take a lot of this. The rest is up to God. You see? So it is only you and only you can fight your sickness and nobody can help you. Today, I resigned about 2 years ago to do full-time in Ielken. My main intention actually is to help cancer patients. Every time there is somebody from somewhere, whether it is Penang or Sabah, they call me because of cancer and ask my advice. My advice is, number one, go and remove that cancer first. After that, if you don't want to do chemo, if you ask me, I will say no, but the choice is yours. If you don't want to do, you go on vegetarian at least for 1-2 years, then you take high dose of our product. But I really thank God, the satisfaction that I got today with Ielken to see many cancer patients who follow 100% what I say, even some of them got 3 months to live, they still survive after 2 years with Ielken product. Maybe 5 years ago, if you ask me, I dare not advise anybody. It is not because that I got well and fight cancer that I treat people. It is because the 2 years experience helping cancer patients, and I dare tell them that this will help you. The rest is up to God. Everybody that I give, I myself scared, oh God, please help that person, don't let that person die. You see, the rest is up to God. Of course, spiritual help is very important. When you believe in God, you pray. Yeah? I have somebody, a Malay lady, told me tak ada harapan. And she was on the dying stage. The doctor sent her home after 4 chemo. She couldn't even get up and sembayang. Duduk sembayang. I told her, your nyawa is atas tangan Tuhan. Kita kena cari benda yang sesuai untuk kita. I believe that spirulina is God's creation. And the scientists has found that spirulina is the best, full of nutrients. So you have to find. God give you the mind, the knowledge, and so on. Of course, God give us doctors also to help us. But health food, it helps to build up ourselves. The best water, I always tell people, is God-given water. That is rainwater. Reading is 0. But because of human doing, the contaminants, we contaminate our water. So thank God we have scientists who create reverse osmosis, that we have even clean water like God gave us the water. Yeah. So just remember that number 1, our cells need clean water. Number 2, our cells need oxygen. Thank God we have the aerobic oxygen. Number 3, our cells need nutrient. And detoxification, yeah, lactose, green tea, exercise, guasa, that is detoxification. Number 4, you make sure that you cleanse your blood, that is reishi. When I go to stockist to buy reishi, 6 or 10 bottle, you know what the stockist tell me? Saya ada 2 saja, pasal tak ada banyak orang jual reishi, tak tahu what is reishi for. You see, each time I order 6 to 10, because it helps a lot to cleanse your blood. Not necessarily cancer patient, especially those who got diabetic, also they need that. So cleanse your blood, and last of all, to build up your immune system. Cancer is an immune system sickness. You know that when your immune system is down, definitely there's many other sickness. Like just now, I also would like to thank Seng Kok Choi, Man Chong, and the rest of them. Take a lot of time to organize this talk, invite me and Datuk Naya to talk to you more about the cancer. When first I walk in, 4,000 orang, Allah, my kaki also goyang, see so many of you in a small place like this. With so many of you coming to listen to us. You know what my husband says? When I was in Parliament, a lot of people take photo, but not as many as Elken people. It is so nice to be with Elken, with a wonderful product. Like I said, the satisfaction I get in Elken is to see cancer patients get well, sick people get well, and the best of all, cukup bulan, you get 5-figure income check. 6-figure, 5-figure. So thanks to Elken, I think I won't say more than that. I wish you all the best of luck. Keep working, your business will grow, and the beautiful part of it, you help people. Thank you very much.
非常谢谢我们的 Datin Rosy Dan， 谢谢，我们再以一个热烈掌声来谢谢他，好不好
Thank you, our Datin Rosy Dan, for this inspiring sharing.